job. I got a job. Got the job. Got the job.
If real shows ain't produced, it ain't bang.
Like on a job, I got a bob. Enhancement on my resume is live.
You know it's live.
I'm educated. Don't say we date. I'm a CEO. Don't call me no Miss Lady. I'm with the high. I just got a new promotion. Give me 5. I just left my interview and it was 5. They say I'm hired. I got the job. I got a job. I'm putting in work. Y'all getting faded. I'm on time for my check. You boys late. If I say I want a promo, they gon' pay. My family straight. I'm getting paid. I'm highly favored. Resume layer. I just went and grabbed my suit. You know it's tailored. I need some cream in my coffee. Let it flavor. Leave some snacks up on my desk. Vanilla wafers. I got a meeting coming up. I see you later. It's nothing personal. I'm all about my paper. Oh, you don't got the right skills. Can get this flavor. If you really about your biz, put it on paper. We pay our taxes. My B's hacked. If it do not got our stamp, then they hacked you. We certified while them other companies acting. Go ahead, send it $30. Get it crackin'. Black on the job. I got a bob. Enhancement on my resume is live. I'm educated. Don't say we date. I'm a CEO. Don't call me no Miss Lady. I'm with the high. I just got a new promotion. Give me 5. I just left my interview and it was 5. They say I'm hired. I got the job. I got a job. Come be a boss. I got the sauce. They let you go, then that company took a loss. Yeah, 25 bands, 55 bands, 75 bands, 100K advance. Come get these increments. Baby, you be working. This increase worth a Birkin. Make them pay because you worth it. You're impressive, that's for certain. Secretary was a clerk. Saw my raise and went berserk. My new resume, it worked. Black on the job. I got a bob. Enhancement on my resume is live. I'm educated. Don't say we date. I'm a CEO. Don't call me no Miss Lady. I'm with the high. I just got a new promotion. Give me 5. I just left my interview and it was 5. They say I'm hired. I got the job. I got a job.
I got the job. I got the job. I got a job. I got the job. Got the job.
If real shows ain't produced, it ain't bang.
Black on the job. I got a bob. Enhancement on my resume is live. I'm educated. Don't say we date. I'm a CEO. Don't call me no Miss Lady. I'm with the high. I just got a new promotion. Give me 5. I just left my interview and it was 5. They say I'm hired. I got the job. I got a job. I'm putting in work. Y'all getting faded. I'm on time for my check. You boys late. If I say I want a promo, they gon' pay. My family straight. I'm getting paid. I'm highly favored. Resume layer. I just went and grabbed my suit. You know it's tailored. I need some cream in my coffee. Let it flavor. Leave some snacks up on my desk. Vanilla wafers. I got a meeting coming up. I see you later. It's nothing personal. I'm all about my paper. Oh, you don't got the right skills. Can get this flavor. If you really about your biz, put it on paper. We pay our taxes. My B's hacked. If it do not got our stamp, then they hacked you. We certified while them other companies acting. Go ahead, send it $30. Get it crackin'. Black on the job. I got a bob. Enhancement on my resume is live. I'm educated. Don't say we date. I'm a CEO. Don't call me no Miss Lady. I'm with the high. I just got a new promotion. Give me 5. I just left my interview and it was 5. They say I'm hired. I got the job. I got a job. Come be a boss. I got the sauce. They let you go, then that company took a loss. Yeah, 25 bands, 55 bands, 75 bands, 100K advance. Come get these increments. Baby, you be working. This increase worth a Birkin. Make them pay because you worth it. You're impressive, that's for certain. Secretary was a clerk. Saw my raise and went berserk. My new resume, it worked. Black on the job. I got a bob. Enhancement on my resume is live. I'm educated. Don't say we date. I'm a CEO. Don't call me no Miss Lady. I'm with the high. I just got a new promotion. Give me 5. I just left my interview and it was 5. They say I'm hired. I got the job. I got a job.
I see? I see y'all pull up when y'all want to. Hi, Gigi, Sweet C, my UBs. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? You're supposed to inbox me. I ain't still got no inbox from you. Hi, Bees. I see y'all all in the trap. Okay, Asia, you gonna get your breakthrough tonight, B. Hi, Tiffany. Happy holidays, guys. I've been thinking. I think we always. Okay, that was a stupid thought, and I didn't think it all the way out. I was about to say, why do we always have a live right before Thanksgiving? But I forgot Thanksgiving is always on a Thursday. That's what's happening here. Okay, so let me do my introductions. You already know how Esther gets on me. If this is your first live, hi, my name is Admin Sin. You are in Black on the Job. We're a career development company geared towards getting Black professionals to six figures. And we do so through low cost to no cost services. And this is our live for career coaching. Okay. We have been in business since 2018. We have about 300 million in salary increases across the different career industries. And we're here tonight to kind of talk to you about what it looks like to get into global tourism. Now, this week, Tiffany, I'm going to have to show you my song. Okay, y'all scan that little QR code, you're going to get the song. Now, this week, we have been, for the past 2 weeks, right? We have been all about global tourism. And I got roles for y'all. I do. First off, before we even get started, what roles in global tourism surprise y'all the most? Because when we discussed the labeling specialist role, many of y'all was like, wait, what is this? Now, let me make sure. Guest can control. I was thinking about something as I did this. Okay. And oh, do we have Vicky here? Somebody put in the comments, are y'all able to turn on? Oh, closed captions are on. Okay. I wanted to know this for a specific reason. Sorry, guys. So the reason why labeling specialist came to me was I had a bee who worked in that field, and she wanted to kind of transition into a more director level role. Funny thing. So she came to me, and she used to be a teacher, and then she moved into labeling specialist. And she felt as though she didn't like her role because she felt like she wasn't a part of the team, right? She kept saying, oh, I'm not a part of the team. I'm not a part of the team. And it was so funny to me because as a teacher, you're a team player, right? You're right in the middle. But at Black on the Job, I deal with so many teachers that have burnout, right? And I told her, don't think about a title. Why don't you tell me what your goals were? So now she went from teacher to labeling specialist. And I asked her, okay, so what are your goals? And she said, Admin Sin, I want to make $150,000 a year. I want to pour and mentor into a group of people. And I kind of want to plan their training and things like that. And I want to talk to them and people that are important to them, and just all of us on the same page. So y'all know what I told her? Y'all know what I told this lady? I said, girl, ain't nobody about to pay you $150,000 a year to be no damn teacher. That's your problem. You want to go back to teaching. So let's kill the dream ahead of time. You just described a teacher. And she was, Admin Sin. No, did I just describe a teacher? And I was like, yeah. We talked about it. And then in that role of labeling specialist, we looked at some of the companies that she worked at before, and we looked at moving her into a role of a compliance manager for those labeling companies so that she can teach people what to do, create structure around it, and be comfortable in her field. And that was really good. And because of that conversation, I was like, wait a minute. I just had one of my deaf bee clients, and we were looking for roles that she can move into transitioning out of the federal government. I don't know why this role didn't come to be at the top of my mind. Her background was in design for the federal government. She designed infomercial brochures and things like that. And so we're looking at moving her into that labeling specialist. Then I thought about y'all. I'm like, okay, So many of my bees, they have data entry skills. They're really good at organizing. They love paperwork. They like these support roles, but at the same time, they're not in positions to where they want to be a part of a team. And that was the perfect role. So that labeling specialist role, as we had looked at, it's available in the food and beverage community industry. It's available within entertainment. And that role reminded me of HGTV. Y'all remember when we used to watch HGTV? Motherfucker come up in there talking about they want to buy a house. And you be like, well, what do you do? And they like, oh, you know that little button that you use to click on your mouse? Yeah, I make sure that button work. And we're like, what the hell? How are they buying this big ass house with this little ass job, right? And so I thought about that. I'm like, ain't nobody. I dealt with labeling specialists years ago, like maybe about 3 years ago was the last time I had looked at that role. Honestly, with you guys, be honest with you guys, it's the last time I had spoke to a labeling specialist. So I was just thinking in my head, like, wait a minute. Why? This is one of them roles. Y'all get what I mean? Like, this is one of them roles. Like, ain't no we eating food every damn day. Ain't nobody turned over the back of their cereal box and was like, and who said this got 14 grams of protein? And who wrote it? So I'm really happy that you guys are liking that role. Okay, so Sweet C said, most of us don't have to work tomorrow, so we out here. I know. And Latoya, you did like that role. How many of you guys like that role of the labeling specialist? How many of y'all was like, oh, that's me? That's me. I'm telling you. Oh my God, burnt out medical assistant. I'm highway driving to get to family over the next few hours, but I'm here listening and learning. Hi, Mashara. Okay, like that was such a clarifying conversation with me and her. And I was like, okay, this is perfect. Since then, we've had some bees because, yeah, no, we always got bees in the hopper that we're in the middle of doing career coachings for, things like that. And so we looked at some bees who were in data entry roles. Many of them was in banking. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It was banking and it was travel agents that we have been career coaching for the past few weeks. And in the banking and travel agency, and then with Amazon's layoffs, we had a lot of bees that were customer service. And so we started to look at what we can do with these roles. And we started applying some of the BOTJ resumes to the labeling specialist role. Because before I release a role to you guys, and maybe that's something I've never told you guys before. So this is important for you guys to know. Before we talk and discuss roles with you guys, we do a two-pronged approach. Approach one is I go ahead and I pull the roles and I see market viability. What that means is I look at that role and I do a deep search on how many roles of that has been posted in the last 90 days. Then I look at the companies who posted that roles and I go to their competitors. I see which of those we have relationships with, and I ask them if they're looking to staff for those roles in the next 90 days. They have to hit a certain data point. If that role is not a 91% success rate, I'm a 90s baby, so I still go by, 90 to 100 is an A. Okay, so if I don't get a 91% or better, that this role within the past 6 months and the next 6 months is going to have at least a 22% job market rate within its industry, we won't talk about the role. So sometimes you guys are like, Admin Sin, can you talk about this role? And then y'all don't see it come up. It's because it didn't pass that first test. The second test that I do, which is confession time. What I will do is I will pull you guys as BOTJ resumes. So if I know that this role will be good for these industries and for people with these titles, I test it. So for the labeling specialist, I took travel agents resumes, I took customer service resumes, and I also took claim adjusters. And I applied for some of the roles with those resumes, and about 8 out of 10 of them were getting feedback of people wanting to call them within the next, week or so. And I test it because more than likely you guys end up calling in and saying, Admin Sin, someone reached out to me for this role. It wasn't a role on my career coaching notes. Should I, should I get the, go through with the interview? And then we say, yeah. But because I manipulated the system, ethical manipulation will then offer, free interview prep, things like that, because it's I kind of pushed you into a role you knew nothing about. You didn't ask for me to apply to it. And so that's how we kind of take our accountability. I don't like to come from the standpoint of like, well, shit, you came to me asking me for a job, so who gives a fuck? That's not it. It's more so of like, well, I did use your work history to do my own little experiment on the side. So the least I can do is give you something free. Y'all feel me? So that's kind of one of the things. And Black on the Job is a small company. Like we got big impact. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't feel okay with using like resources or revenue towards buying some of these systems because they're like 25,000 and things like that, when I have Black people who are looking for jobs. You get what I mean? So it's like, should I spend this $25,000 to like buy this system to do that? Or should I just take these folks' resume and apply to the jobs? So yes, this is kind of where, where I kind of like cheat the system a little bit. Maybe y'all can tell me how y'all feel about that in the comments. It's not like I'm giving away your information because resumes are kind of always done on public platforms. And we did create the damn resume. Okay. So that is one of the, there's a little bit of a cheat code. It's me, looking at the system from the back door. But I mean, ain't nobody being harmed. Right. I kind of feel guilty now telling y'all this because I've been doing this for years. Okay. So Tiffany said, I'm a middle school secretary, burnt out, but working part-time in a hotel. Oh, Lord. Okay. Yes. I'm happy you're here. Yes. Okay. So this is one of the little things that I do. Okay. So now let's talk about the matter at hand. We looked at a few different roles this week, looking at the Beyonce Cowboy Carter tour. I don't know if I'm supposed to say, which is trademarked by her, which I have not gotten any permission to do, just for legality purposes. Y'all niggas know them attorney bills get a lot, real big over, when you start saying shit. We looked at the tour in and of itself, not from getting in that lady's pockets, right? Because her $1 billion is hers. But looking at, okay, we have a tour. We're talking about the entertainment industry, which is over 1 billion plus, and it's growing right now. But respectfully, Beyonce ain't the one putting this damn tour together. Okay, like it's not her. She is the vision behind it, the idea. She can lead the strategy, but there are super important roles within the entertainment industry that we literally do not think about. And one of those roles that we looked at today was, let's look at our little situation because I got 3 different roles up. We started with a tourism partnership manager. And a lot of y'all said, I think I can do that one. How many of y'all saw that? It was like, Admin said, what the fuck is this one? Right. Now, that role, we have a few different skills that are taken for that role. And I'm looking at our post. The one who is doing tourism partnership manager, let me put that here so you guys can see. Assets, your assets folders are now in the tab. I'm so fucking sick and tired of AI. Every goddamn time I click on some shit, they want to tell me the updates they did on some shit. I'm so sick and tired of that shit. Every single time we look up, they got some new shit going on. Like right now with me and Gmail, ain't nobody asked you to do all that. Shit, I can't even answer shit no more. Me and my iPhone and my photos, okay? I can't even give my mama my phone no more. I'm like, she look up, she might see an ass pic, and I wasn't even going there. Ass pic from 2021 and shit. Like maybe it's just me. I'm sorry. That should be pissing me off. I'm just using the normal system. Ain't nobody gay. I didn't sign no goddamn survey saying I want y'all to start making up some new shit. Like, I am so sick of this shit. It's too evasive. God damn. I'm trying to eat shit. I feel like Joy Boy gonna come with a motherfucking app soon. Okay? I am sick of this. Okay? Anyways, I'm sorry. That should be pissing me off. They don't ask us no goddamn questions. Okay. Okay. Tourism partnership manager. Yeah, this is why folks don't be coming to my life. They be like, admin said be cussing too much. Okay. So a tourism partnership manager is the one who looks at the tour, and they're the puppet master, right? So put puppet master in the comments. So y'all remember that. They're the puppet master. They're the ones that are talking to the different venues as well as the vendors. The person, y'all got a keychain. Y'all had a motherfucker up front. You know, you went to Sci-Fi Center. You had somebody up front telling you your bag can only be this big. There's locker rooms, right? We got to talk to the security staff. We need to talk to parking lot people. You know, we got to do that whole situation. And so that tourism person is super duper important because they're the ones. Remember, we read titles backwards. So we start at manager. What are they managing? They're managing the partnership. What partnership? The partnership of the tours. So we got to make sure that the hotels love us, that Ticketmaster, greedy motherfucking asses love us. We have to make sure that every piece of the pie is coming together. And so they're the puppet master, right? That is a super duper important role. The difference is that when Beyonce came out and said, I grossed $1 billion, we don't associate, we as a society, community, whatever you guys want to call it, we don't associate that $1 billion success is not only because she danced and sung well and we love her and she is who she is. It's also because that tourism partnership manager did an excellent job. So much so that there was a venue, I believe, in Vegas that she did not perform at. And they said that she was using their likeliness or some bullshit. And so she made it like the opening of one of her tours to where she was stepping on the building and stuff like that. You feel me? So we have to understand that that person who's doing that role, they have to be really good at logistics, stakeholder engagement, which means, you know, making sure that when you're talking to the big honchos, that you're able to have a warm and open conversation, all that fun stuff. And so that role, managing those partnerships, is exactly how you show up if you were a travel advisor, right? So some of us during the pandemic, we were trying to make our coins and y'all became travel agents. How many of y'all here are travel agents, right? Yeah, Sarah said this weekend tours just hit 1 billion as well for the tour for this year. Yes. And this type of role doesn't require like a degree, because I can't really give you a degree about, are you able to talk to hotels, airlines, and venues and make sure that the deals and contracts that we agree to, that nobody be fucking up. Right? That's basically what this role is. Those are the ones who lifted local economies every time the show touched down. They take the concert stop. They're the ones who are talking to marketing and advertising. You know, they got to have a pulse on this the entire time, right? Okay, Tasha, Cecilia, Lanita used to be, Shani, right, Miss Mooch. Okay, so yes, what you guys do as travel agents is the same job as this one. So, okay, when I share my screen for a second, the signal situation might be a situation. I hope not. We're crossing our fingers. But someone is currently, let me make sure we good. Okay, we doing good. We're doing good. I'm so scared of my internet because of what happened the other day. Shit. Okay, this tab. Okay. So This is a excellent role for travel agents, right? Travel agents. Let me see. Where did the oh, I shared the wrong tab. My bad. Because I got a few roles. Okay, here y'all go. Global travel manager. Global travel manager, right? Okay. So this role is that exact role of the of the tour manager. Yes. The same as the tour partnership manager, but instead of doing tours, it's for global travel. This role is right out of Cali. Okay. The role pays between $120,000 and $150,000 a year. I want to, however, the trainer and the company will make the money and not just me. Okay, I feel you on that, right? It's about creativity. The pay range is indicated, however, base will be determined on candidates. Okay, whatever. Right, it's Cali role. So what are they doing? They're managing a cohesive global travel policy aligned with corporate objectives. What does that mean? They're saying that, hey, make sure that what we're doing is going to go with what we said we was going to do, right? They're looking at the operations between air, hotel, ground travel, the meet and greets. They're managing, this is, y'all know, the Barbie doll company, Mattel, right? Okay, that's where that was the Walt Disney. I had clicked into the Walt Disney further. My bad. Okay. Managing travel, ensure the alignment of service delivery, technology, and performance metrics. Monitor travel spend, partner with indirect procurement. And they want to have what? 5 to 8 years of experience managing corporate travel accounts, right? Or related field is preferred. A degree is not necessary. Well, I mean, if you got a degree, we'll like it, right? Do you have proven experience and are you analytical, right? Excellent community and communication and stakeholder engagement, right? And so this role is located in El Segundo. There are going to be global roles to where they're at headquarters at a company, and there's also going to be roles to where they're available remote. More often than not, they're remote roles, but I did want to be transparent with you and show you the roles that were not remote too, right? More roles that showed up like this. This was a concert tour project manager. This is a seasonal project manager. There's venue general managers. There's concert production managers. There's program managers, campground. All of these roles are going to be within that same vein, right? To being the tour partnership manager. These are on both ends. Maybe you're speaking to the partnership manager as an auxiliary programs manager, or you're on the other side of this with Live Entertainment Nation doing the venues, the touring project manager. It comes under different names, all of the same things. These are all roles that were posted within the last month. Okay. Okay. So let me go to the comments. I can actually go to my YouTube comments first, but I want y'all to see this one. Now, this is another one. This is a product development and travel style manager, right? This is out of Boston for Frontier. Same duties, right? Socialize. Make sure you're good at talking. You're persuasive. Execute strategic action plans, collaborate with the different people, take ownership of the stage gate, partner with the strategy goals. But the biggest thing is socializing and executing on plans for their new products as they're developed. Exact same role, travel style manager. What are you managing? The style or how we go about travel and how we're developing those products of travel. Why is it products of travel? Because this is for an airline industry. All the same role. I want you guys to know that the title I put in there was tour partnership manager, but the title will look differently depending on the company. Okay. So let's let's look back at my example one so we could look at the key skills that are necessary in this and how this role is just not one that we would think about. So let's go back to Mattel, right? And let's look at what the duties would be. So the first one is managing the policy, making sure it meets objectives, and right here, overseeing the operations across the events, how everybody gets there, where they staying at, and who we flying with. So a lot of you guys just said that you guys are travel agents. I want you to look at this role and let me know how much of this shows up in your duties being a travel agent. And also if you are in claims, right? Or if you are in, a similar role, how much of this shows up in your day-to-day duties? As a travel agent, do you believe you do this? Okay, Monique said travel agent program resource manager. Okay. Yep, Shawnee, these roles are remote as well. Carla likes a style manager. Okay, a lot of y'all seeing y'all duties. A lot of you guys are seeing your duties. Okay, as a travel, all right. Yes. What does this tell us, guys? What does this tell us about this world of entertainment and what we can bring to the table? What would this have been a role on your radar? Would you have thought, this is what I need to get into? How many of you guys had this on your radar? Not many. Not many. Not many. Okay. This is the world of careers. A lot of the careers, when you're looking at the entertainment industry, especially when we're looking at global tourism, we have a lot of the skills that is needed. Now, there are many different industries that we are seeing tank. We're seeing them, it's like a dumpster fire, right? But the world of entertainment is based on people. It's a people-focused role because the star of the show is whether or not you had a good enough experience in order to make you a long-time Beehive member, a long-time customer. You want to feel like this brand is a part of how you live life, and it's also your reprieve. Entertainment serves a key function in our society. Entertainment, number one, we go to entertainment when we're scared, when we're stressed, when we're happy. It plays off of all of our emotions. And if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. The entertainment industry is people-led. And so it's not something that AI or technology can truly take over because how people are experiencing things is very unique to the culture, the relevance, the time frame. There's too many socioeconomic demographic that's placed into there to where if you want to do a good job and you're going to make way more money at a fraction of the cost. So to give you an example, to sell me this mouse, quite honestly, you ain't got to do much. I needed a mouse before I looked for a mouse. So I already have the buy-in, right? Like I am already kind of bought into this, right? I'm going to need a mouse. Does my computer come with a mouse? Yes. But I have already came to the conclusion without Apple selling me that I need a mouse in order to do my job. It's now a need. Entertainment is not a need. It's a strong desire. And many times, depending on the fluctuation of the economy, we will look at our desires as necessities and I'm going to do it no matter what, but it's always going to be the first thing that we cut. Does that make sense? How many of you guys would say, I mean, if I had the money, I would go to her concerts. And at the same time, as an artist and as a businesswoman and as a brand, um, in the most respectful way to her as a Black woman, she is also a product. And so, in order to make me a long-time consumer of her products, I got to be bought in to the product. And I have to switch her as I have to first separate her as a product of entertainment, which is expendable, meaning I can get rid of it whenever time is changed to it, to her being a product of need and necessity, like this Apple mouse. Therefore, if this mouse breaks and I need to replace it, I may have gotten it back in the day for a $50 holla, right? But if I go into the Apple store today and they now say that this mouse is $75, I'm going to justify the purpose because it's a need. Beyonce and the tour as a whole is a product of entertainment. And so I need to sway the public, and I got to create a base that's separating her as an entertainer and not letting her stay into that consumer product and put her back into a consumer need-based product and make this entertainment as a need to not survive, but to live with enjoyment, just even if it's a little bit. Does that make sense to everybody of what I'm saying that? You get what I'm saying? So like Shani said, that's going to be the difference of establishing loyalty, relationship, and trust. Trust is not a tech product. Let me put that on the screen so that we are all clear, okay? And y'all can write it down too. Trust isn't a tech product. What do you mean by that, Sid? Meaning that I can build trust, but the trust won't look like a tangible object, right? Trust is not a tech product. Trust is not a tech product. I can't hire an engineer to engineer trust. It does need to be built, but it's through human interaction. It's intuitive. You're dealing with emotion, buy-in, desire. You can't play God, right? You can't play God when it comes to trust. And I have to have the sense when you're in entertainment, right? So to give you an example, for Black on the Job, we come from the base of edutainment, right? Education plus entertainment. I'm going to say it in a fun and exciting way, and I'm going to build trust through my knowledge. But because it's an education first company, right? We educate you guys on careers and things like that. And education can be fucking boring. Right. And I'm talking about work and careers. Like I tell my marketing team all the time, we're literally in the business of what people feel like is the catalyst of everything wrong with their life. And many times it is. So you want to market about someone's biggest gripe. Please don't make that shit fucking boring. People, the way they feed their kids, where they live at, how they stay, their grief, their annoyance, their frustration as being Black people, twice as good to get half. There's so much grief and grievance when it comes to careers that please don't try to take this from a space of today we'll learn about tourism. And within sight of tourism, there's 3 key elements that girl, I just got a fucking SOP this morning, bitch. Shut up. That's how I would feel, right? So we have to come from the space of edutainment to where I have to use a lot of things that are used within the entertainment and the product development perspective of making sure that I'm building trust. Black on the Job does it by leaning on the education. I build trust through knowledge. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And I also use entertainment to drive the knowledge forward, right? So that's going to be the difference. I hope I didn't lose anybody. With this. I kind of got into the nuance. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope I didn't lose y'all. So, when we're looking at these roles, and the reason why I'm telling you guys this is to kind of let you guys know a little bit more why these roles and why these industries are still existing, right? The reason why these industries are still existing is because they're building off of the brand loyalty that we have established from the 90s with Beyonce, right? I study the behavioral and buying patterns and all that stuff. And the people that are keeping a lot of businesses, because she's a business and she's a product, in place are going to be the millennials and older generations, because we grew up in a society to where loyalty came from our parents' education. And if you ask any old Black man, they'll be the first to fucking tell you of like, I remember the time where a handshake was a contract. It was a contract of handshake, right? They're talking about a time to where trust was given more freely, right? Trust was given more freely. And that's why they are so dogmatic about that. Black on the job. Okay, Black on the job. Let me tell you how fucking vindicated I feel. I feel so vindicated. Vindicated. Wah ha ha. Wah ha 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 ha. That during the pandemic, we didn't give in. We saw like the Stop Asian Hate, and we're like, that's cool. We saw Black Lives Matter, and we were like, that's great. We saw that's, white allies, and we were like, oh, we didn't adopt any of their messages. We didn't swing with the times. We were like, Black people and Black people only, Black on the job. I'm not talking about Black Lives Matter. That does not mean I don't care about police brutality, but I'm also not explaining that. Sin, look at the politics. Look at this. Look at that. No, we were in the middle of building brand loyalty and trust with you guys. And so we promised you guys that we will educate you guys about careers. And so we stood and we stand on business. Beyonce as a business and a product has done the same. And so she's moving with the times, and these roles in these industries, hospitality, global tourism, these are long-standing brands that, although AI and tech and all this shit is coming about, they're like, I mean, yeah, that's really great and all, but like, trust isn't in a tech product, and like, I know that with what I'm doing is going to continue to work. Yeah, why yeah. Give the tour program manager the Chat GPT password, sure, but don't fire her, because trust isn't a tech product, and that has to be done intuitively. Customer service. I really feel like when we look at these new roles of customer experience, what they did was is they took the way that Black women handle customer service and then renamed it and paid people a lot more money for that, right? So when you look at customer experience jobs, or you look at jobs like this one, and all of our travel agents are saying, well, yes, and I do all of this. What the fuck are you talking about? You're telling me that the way that I just normally do my job, that's now being called a freaking, let's see, what is this being called now? Wait, so the I just normally do my shit is called a community and partnership senior manager? Yeah, I just did my job, right? And so many times where we're in our career coaching, you guys say, admin, and I say, well, what do you do at work? Why do they pay you? Admin said, I just do my job. And so we have travel agents that are doing these $120,000, $150,000 roles. And just like someone put in the comments, well, I didn't stick with it because everybody else was getting paid more than me. At the same time, they're saying, this is just how I've been doing my job. The travel agents are like, well, yeah, you can call it overseeing global travel operations. I call it making sure that they get to the LAX on time, making sure that Hilton got their room together. I made sure that they had an Uber and I told them to text me. And, I made sure that they had a good itinerary because I don't like no fucking foolishness. So what this reads to a Black woman is, are you asking me, do I allow foolishness? No, I don't allow no goddamn foolishness. If you're telling me that my job is to make sure that I'm managing the foolishness of travel, I got you. I could do that. I could do that every single day. I don't allow shit to happen. My trips, girl, you can't even bring the wrong chip dip on my trips. This is my shit. I manage the foolishness. Oversee. Girl, I oversee, I manage, I look after logistic, I puppeteer. I don't give a damn what you call it, but I got my shit under wraps. And so many times you guys are not looking at your roles from that perspective, but in reality, that's all that we're saying. Are you keeping your shit under wraps? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I travel with Makiba. Makiba is a very smart businesswoman. She's in the comments now. Y'all want to know? Makiba, I'm on my little payment plan for my trips, okay? That have to go make sure that said. So you got about 6 trips booked with a B. You got about 6 trips booked with a B. What do I got to do to make sure that, what do you need? What you got, career coachings today? Don't worry, son. I can add the people into the group. You work. Because when I send you my invoice, I want that shit paid in full. I don't want no foolishness around this motherfucker. So if I gotta let the bees into the group, I let them into the group. You stay focused at work, honey, because I want my check in full. She don't want no foolishness. I see the game. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. She don't want no foolishness around here, right? That's how things happen, and so you guys are not looking at your skills and reimagining them from that perspective. As a travel agent, you are one of the most valuable people in the entertainment industry. They're saying, I don't care if you have a degree. I mean, you could put something in a related field or something like that. I mean, if you prefer it. I want to know, are you able to call these hotels and make sure that all 200 of our corporate rooms are booked or not? Okay? That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. Hey, fuck all that. Put your resume down for a second. Put that shit down. Put that shit down. Are you able to? Are you going to make sure that when we get to the Sci-Fi Center in LA, I don't want no foolishness? Is there any protests happening? Yeah. I don't know what the president is saying, but I don't know if it's Hispanic, Latino, Mexican lives matter. I don't give a fuck what y'all calling it. Can they get in the door? And are we making sure that they feel safe getting into that door? Because I need for them to safely charge for the next tour. So what are you doing? Get your shit together. Do you got your shit together? Is what they're saying. I respect that. Black people, that's how we work. We don't like that foolishness. We don't like the foolishness, right? We don't like the foolishness. So the entertainment industry is where you thrive. It's built off trust. And as Black professional workers, one thing that we don't get the rap for, and we don't get the kudos for out loud, but in closed doors we do, is that when you hire a Black person, that trust factor, can you trust that they're going to do their job, is kind of built in, right? And so the trust is what's moving and building and growing this industry. And they got to trust that you're going to do shit when you say you're going to do shit, and that you're able to do shit charismatically, persuasively, honestly, quickly. And that is us, right? When you look at how you do your job. Now, I may do my job, not talk to you, mother, and go home, but don't question me on whether or not my job was done, because I'm not working for free, right? You're going to pay me, and I want my full check, and you probably owe me some money if I thought about it. That I call it self-governing and dignity that's kind of instilled in us as Black people comes into our Black professional lives. What would you say? Would you say that you approach your job with that? It's not that I want to overwork, but I will do my work and what it takes to get it done. And I'll prove it to you. That's why you guys say you're overworked. That's why we say that. We say we're overworked and underpaid, right? We say we got to be twice as good. We were twice as good as far as we're doing twice as much work. If I say I'm twice as good, I'm saying that as a Black professional, you're getting twice the amount out of me. Let's look on the other side. The other side is that you, for half of your money, you get it double the amount. Imagine for every Beyonce concert ticket you bought, you got an extra ticket. That's the experience of CEOs when it have Black workers. People be asking me why I have a small team. My team doesn't have to be very large. I'm not working my people twice as hard for half, but they work as hard as is necessary, and they do community service within the group. So it's not that they're getting paid half the pay, but they're following what they always do. It's not a requirement, but they do, because that's just who we are as Black people. As a CEO, I'm way more visible to you guys than, a white woman who would have a career platform, right? I give a lot more. You guys can call the customer service line. I might do your career coaching. I'm going to hop on a live. I'll design a flyer. I'm used to working a few different jobs. And who appreciates that more than anyone, because they are going to capitalize off of it, is the entertainment industry. Okay? So let's pause real quick. Let's look at the comments. Are y'all understanding what I'm saying? Okay? That's definitely Makiva Shari say, I'm telling you, support it be. Okay. So now let's look at this entertainment industry and ask ourselves, where do I fit into this puzzle? That's all good and well, Admin Sen, but where do I fit in? Right? That's our next question. Is that what's on your mind? Janetta said, my old school mama always told me that I have to work twice as hard to get half of the credit. That crap has me exhausted. Exactly, Janetta. Exactly. This is a part of it. Right? Where do we fit in? First off, let's look at what the global tourism industry is and is not, okay? What careers are in global tourism? That's going to be the first question. And we are of the understanding that global tourism includes entertainment, and we just explained why with Beyonce's concert. So we're going to do a quick Google search. Okay? Now, these two are going hand in hand. We're going to see roles, first off, across several different subsections. So we got hotels, we got cruises, we got travel services. So for all of you guys that are travel agents asking, how can you get into hospitality? You're already in it. For all of our travel agents are saying, how can I get into global tourism? You're already in it. This is your industry. You probably just didn't call it that, right? And then you have management. We have to manage hotels, resorts, events. We just talked about that. And then we have transportation. You guys know we talked about that even with Uber. And now, where do you fit in? Every single one of these legs of this industry is going to have every role in there, from customer service, right? Because in a non-disrespectful way, a travel agent is the customer service of hospitality, right? A travel agent is the customer service of hospitality. A hotel manager is a sales manager of hospitality. And the role that we were looking at today as a global I have too many roads in my head. As a tourism partnership manager is truly HR in hospitality. They're the HR of hospitality. And so every single role that currently exists will also exist inside of hospitality, right? So when I'm looking at event planners are going to be the coordinators of hospitality. And so we can take the same skills and functions that someone is using and as a project coordinator and place them into roles of event planning, right? Because as Min Alfreda just said, customer service is a foundational skill. And that foundational skill is trust, because trust isn't a tech product. One of the main issue that we've had as Americans with customer service being overseas is that we don't feel as though we're connecting to the Pakistani or the Indian man on the other end of the line. We are uncomfortable with the cadence, with the accent and all that shit. But on top of that, another thing is that the mistrust is not biased or racist. The mistrust is, will they be able to understand the crisis that I put them in front of them? Because are they able to understand the world that I experience? And so I would rather speak to someone. I don't give a fuck if you give me somebody in South Dakota, but I want to speak to someone that's going to understand my experience with this product so that we can get to a resolution that benefits me. And this Pakistani on this other end is not giving me that confidence. Would you guys agree there? And they rude as hell. See, Sailor, bye, right? Flight attendant. Flight attendant is truly what it's going to look like to have customer service, guest experience in the air. They're almost playing HR of the air, right? We have marketing and content creation, and then we have specialized niches. This is where I put my DEI folks, tour operator. This is where I put a lot of men at, quite honestly, because anytime I get a wife who's sick and tired of they nigga taking her work check and invested it into his LLC shit that ain't got off the ground, and he doing like he worked for like DirecTV as like a technician and shit, but that little check ain't hitting no shit. And she's sick and tired of that man, and it looked like it's about to be a divorce in the brewing. And before she do that, she come to me and be like, girl, be Iana, fix my man career. I usually put them over here. I also put my bus drivers, my MTA workers, things like that. And the tour operator within the entertainment industry is not just this is a remote role that pays about $150,000 a year. Oh, yes. And if you on this call today and you know your nigga for Christmas is going to blame the economy, all that, although he had 12 years to get you something, girl, make sure you catch our Black Friday sales. I'll get them together for you. Don't even trip, Pip. I got you. Okay, I got you, boo. I got you. You got a nigga at home and you sitting over here, you in Black on the job every day. You've been telling that man, you need to go watch Admin Sin. You've been trying to inspire him and shit. And he just not listening. You just send him over to me. I got you. I got you. Okay. So in this field, we have a bunch of different avenues. Let's call them avenues that we can work in, but we don't want to be, as they call it, the restaurant industry, front of the house. I want to be in the back where the money at. Okay. I want to be a part of some other stuff. They're going to tell you about travel agent. I don't want to talk to you about travel agent. I would rather talk to you about this role here to where you are a travel stylist. Okay. We travel styling, right? Look at all of these careers within the travel industry that Google won't show you, right? When they talked about the roles in travel industry, they weren't talking about project manager. They weren't talking about tour project manager. They weren't talking about a production manager. and ancillary programs manager. This will be an excellent role for our teacher and our educators in here. This is an excellent role for that. Let's look what this looks like. Okay, let me pull this role up. Excellent role for a teacher. This role is called an ancillary program manager. Why do I say it's good for a teacher? Let's look at the duties. Managing the programs and commission negotiations, coordinating with the finance team. Well, this was more financial based. I will give this to a finance manager or someone who's a financial analyst. Analyzing the performance, the guest experience, defining the plans, identifying new partnerships, maintaining relationships, vendor management. This is also excellent for someone who is in a finance role in customer service at a call center. This will be an excellent role for you. Okay? Excellent role. These are some of the additional roles that they're not going to tell you is inside of this industry that are absolutely excellent for you to work in. Okay? When we're looking at this, collaborating across team, coordinating the execution. Yes, Joy Boy. You want to say hi? I know. This is it. Okay? These are right now, what I will end up doing was that these were 150 roles that are currently being had inside of the entertainment industry. And these roles are ones that are actively being hired on. But someone in the food and beverage industry, a server, they're not going to go for the food and beverage manager. Although that's the role they should go for because they're the ones who know these products the best. Okay? Let me pause right here. Let me ask y'all, where are y'all questions at? How do y'all feel about that? Say hi, Joy Boy. Trust isn't a product for you neither. You neither, huh? You neither. Okay. Let me see. Let me pause right here and see where y'all questions are. Yes, Janetta, tour operation. Please make a hospitality trade fullest workers resume package. I'm glad you said that. All of the packages are focused on all of the careers. When we ask you guys what industries are you guys looking for, if you say, Emerson, I'm interested in the entertainment industry, we'll find your role within entertainment. But we're going to find a role that's going to be more profitable. So during our Black Friday sale, if you're like, I'm moving straight on over into hospitality and travel, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to move you right on over, right? This is a reason why having a career coach who understands industries across is extremely important. Extremely important. I want to show you this one as well because I really like this role. These are the benefits. Hold on, let me get it up. Job summary. Click show more. The job. What the person will bring. Oh yeah, this is the one I want to show you guys. Now let's look at this role. This role, it was, okay, yes, this was my teacher role. So how many of you guys in here are teachers and educators? How many of you guys are teachers and educators? Who's worked in education? Who works in education? This role is called the campground manager. Who works in the education industry? Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all. The campground manager oversees all the operations on the campground. What's the campground? The ground where they're having the concert at. Okay? They want you to look at the traffic and parking, look at the ticket sales, guest services, and contract performance. Why do I say that's a teacher? How many of my teachers was given the duty of now you have to be the person that's, doing the pickup and drop-offs. You got to now sit and make sure all them angry-ass parents who mad they got to pick up the children that they had. On top of that, when they have book fairs, and they have things going on campus. They did have teachers do all these additional small roles. Now, this one is about oversight, right? Coordinating with internal teams and third parties, serving as a primary decision maker for campground operation during events. This is the exact role they give a teacher when they're having a school play, from my arts teachers, when they're having a book fair, when they're having a parent teacher night. These are all the things they now put the teacher in charge of, right? Now, when they say managing ticket sales, what do they mean by that? That means that if they say they all checking out their tickets on this app, you going over there overseeing and saying, okay, yep, that's still happening, right? Yes. So if you're a teacher or an administrator assistant, Brittany, this will be for you. Coordinating with different teams, as an admin assistant would do, to make sure that everything is happening the way it's supposed to, right? And you're a decision maker. During the event, you're not the big kahuna, but you know what's supposed to be done and what's not. I manage the school. I am the school manager. This is all me. Absolutely. Own the campus ground budget as a standalone object. Look at the budget. Report on it. That's what Excel and shit is for. Manage the expenses. If we say we paying the security guard $10,000 for their security team fleet, that's all they getting. Now, somebody else come cheaper and they're just as good, then do that. Right? We want to make sure we keep as much money as possible. If you've worked in education with they greedy motherfucking asses, they always trying to make you do the most with the littlest bit. If you're an admin assistant, you're also the owner of doing the most with the littlest bit. Wouldn't you agree? For all of my admin assistants and my teachers, my educators, how many of you guys will say, hell yeah, if that's what they call it, optimizing revenue streams, is to take this little penny and feed 200 students, they be thinking I'm Jesus, girl. They be saying a loaf of bread and 2 fish. I let them know that Jesus at least had a loaf of bread and 2 fish, girl. They gave me half a fish. They told me to do what I can. That's what they mean by optimized revenue strategies. Act broke is what they say. Do you know how to act broke? Right? Recruit and train and develop the staff, direct them, approve the schedules. Talk to folks, make sure that everybody's in line, right? Don't let nobody get out of line. Make sure that they're in line and don't let them get out of line, right? Make sure everybody's happy. And when they act like they don't know what to do, show them what to do, right? And then let us know what happened. And are they asking for people to do experience in campground, festival, or y'all don't be reading? Yes, you have experience within campgrounds. That's what a schoolyard is. Absolutely. Strong leadership. Excellent organization. This 100+ staff, you're going to look at the staff as people. Okay? Knowledge of safety and regulations. Financial acumen. Now, that's crazy that this role is paying up to $90,000. And you and I both just looked at that, and they didn't even say that they preferred a degree. They never even mentioned one, right? These are the type of roles you will find in the entertainment industry. They are a trust-built, emotional, intelligent, built. Oh, Latoya says she's a sub. Excellent role for you, Latoya. That's their role. I mean, that's the heart of that industry. And so when we're looking at global tourism, that's what they're looking to provide. They're super big on a people-first industry because they got to have a human experience. So much so, you will see certain apps that are within entertainment, such as Pandora, Apple Music, Spotify, things like that. If you think about how quickly some of your other apps have changed, like me cussing out Gmail versus a product like Spotify, how much AI adoption and technology advancement do you see them pushing? Like, we got to make this tech product bigger and better and better and bigger and bigger and better. No, they're trying to secure better and better artists. They want more and more music. They want to appeal to their customer base, but they're not doing it at the rapid rate of someone like Amazon. That's in a product only based business model, right? They're not there trying to like shove us with AI. They're trying to shove better music down our throat. Will they use AI and automation to send their emails? Yes. Are they going to use AI and automation to, I don't know, optimize you buying? Hell yeah. But the core of their product isn't going to really change. So the core of how they hire won't either. Right now, if I were to pull up a product manager role, a program manager role, wouldn't you see a lot more of need to know this tech product, got to be well versed in this skill? Don't y'all not see that? Did you notice a pattern with those roles? They're not saying must know how to use, the latest AI system and must have background in Salesforce. They understand I can teach you tech, but I can't buy trust. And trust isn't a tech product. I need someone persuasive. I need emotional intelligence. I need intuitively. I need innovation. They really are not pushing that you got to know these software systems. None of the roles we looked at is asking for that. Did you guys notice that? Did you guys notice that? Did you guys notice what that looked like? You get what I mean now? Okay, Janetta. Yeah, these are six-figure roles that doesn't have a huge tech entry as we have seen. Motherfuckers can't even apply to walk a dog. They be like, do you have the latest ChatGPT system to walk the dog? Right? That's not what we're seeing in entertainment. And they're growing faster than a lot of these tech companies. Actually, if we look at the stock market, a lot of these tech companies and AI companies are being like gosh, I feel like I'm getting so technical tonight, and I don't like to get too technical because I never want anybody here to feel as though this a conversation is above you. So respectfully, if this conversation do get above you, please call the B line and I will break this down even further. Okay. But economists are going to be people who have the expertise in what's going on with the finances of this country. So think of them of like they keeping grandma pocketbook for, they're keeping Uncle Sam pocketbook, right? Economists are saying that AI and stuff is borrowing more money than they're making and that people are putting all their money into AI, but it's about to pop. So what they're saying is everybody got their hand in Uncle Sam pocketbook, and Uncle Sam is like, yeah, I could pay for that. And he using his credit card, and he using like that old school American Express where that whole balance due in 30 days. And they're saying that, one day someone's going to pay for that and we're going to be fucked up. Does that make sense? Okay. We are definitely seeing that. Now in the entertainment industry, as let me see if I could pull up. What did we put in last time? We put in hospitality 2025 report. Let me see if I could find the report that I had last time up. Okay, here it goes. But however, as other industries are talking about layoffs and things like that, when we're looking at state of the hospitality industry, they are saying that actually we so good, we about to have a boom, right? So when we look at their industry report, they're of a completely different mindset. Okay, I want to make sure that. Okay, let me make sure that nothing froze. And it did. Okay, let me give it a second to come back. Oh no. It didn't freeze. It didn't freeze. Okay, just wanted to make sure it didn't freeze. Okay, so let me look at the word growth. You see, I didn't ask you if I needed AI. They just always do. Okay. So they're saying that their industry is growing while other industries are discussing their demise. Let me see if we can get to the point. Here it goes, right here. All right. So even the hotel construction, right? Approximately 50% of the final phase as of 2024. They're in a growth mindset. They are making money, honey. Okay? Look at this. They're seeing positive growth throughout the years. As other industries are cutting costs, they are looking at it from a top market. 84% of their position in hotel occupancies, 84% are still booking. Okay? They booking. The ADR has seen a noticeable increase of 10% over the years. Okay. Look at this. They are booming, baby. They ain't slowing down. Okay. They booming. So let me see that other one that was talking about the career growth too. The rapid growth of the aging population in the U.S. is most among the drivers chain. Hi, baby. Yeah, they got a whole demographic on us. They talking about single parents, 68% led by women are more prevalent than ever. Okay. 2021, they even targeted the gays. Okay, the gays. Hey, gays. They got y'all singled out. Gay and single, gay and married. Oh, y'all Oreos, they done found y'all out too. You see? They got everybody in here. They got you, what was that one scandal that happened where that Nigerian woman, Nigerians had to take one for the team. That Nigerian woman got scammed by that white man. They was talking about her. Nigeria, I swear, the diaspora wars, we have to stand with the Nigerians and help them through their issues because we as Black Americans understand how to deal with coonery. And we were very happy to help our Nigerian brothers and sisters deal with their first public display of coonery and affection. We helped her. We helped them get through that together. I'm proud of us. Black on the Job been fucking with the Nigerians for a while. So, it was, I'm always okay with, helping the Nigerians out. But as you guys reach public coonery, I'm happy that the Black Americans here stand in solidarity. We definitely understand. We got some Black women, with bad wigs kissing up to Master 2, girl. And we got y'all. We got a whole playbook on how you shame and blame the bullshit and how you call it out. But anyways, I do want to bring up that important moment in Black history that, the diaspora wars, we definitely came together on that one. Y'all saw that girl get her Nigerian family give all that money to that white man. And he wasn't even about nothing. They didn't call that lady. They didn't tell that lady she ain't even of pure blood. But anyways, so yes, right here, y'all see what I mean? The Super Bowl weekend surging. Y'all see the type of shit that they talking? Houston, Dallas, 81%, 60%. Okay, 109% year over year. They are excited. The boom impact of sports. This is what we looked at last week, right? Industry growth. Sports and music tourism are projected to become a $1.5 trillion industry by 2032, right? Music tourism, though smaller, is set to more than double. They thinking that music gonna be 13 billion. Amongst travelers, they talking about y'all going to the events. So yes, this is a booming industry to where tech is not taking the forefront. I know, girl. I had to let them know, the Nigerians know. Don't be ashamed, y'all. We used to have the same visceral reaction, but it's okay, y'all. We get it. We just kick them out. That's like the Candace Owen thing. We just kick them out. We just don't claim them. You know, I know this is difficult because y'all all about your family values and whatnot. But sometimes you got to do the Harriet Tubman way. You feel me? Some of them would have been, right? So we just have to remind them. You feel me? Okay, we just had to remind them. We just had to remind them. You know, we just, and teach and guide them. So prayers for our Nigerians across the pond. But, even the ones, I even heard the Nigerian Brits got upset. I said, God damn. Y'all got the Nigerian Americans, the Nigerian Brits, and the Nigerians in Nigeria upset. It was a wild time. They still dragging her. Okay. So, all right. What have we learned? Because y'all talking about where's the package? Bye, Lona. I want to first make sure we got to understand it. Do y'all see the growth of this industry and how tech and AI, even in their own report, tech and AI is not taking a forefront. This is the people business. Entertainment is the people business. What is the oldest career known to man? What's the first career? No, the oldest. So that would be the first. What's the first career? Go ahead and say it. Y'all know I'm going to say it. Y'all know I don't give a damn. So what's the first career known to mankind? Who know it? What's the oldest career in the books? Turning tricks, okay? Sex work. I know that sex work is the oldest career, okay? It's a people-first industry, and baby, sex workers are booming, okay? And the prostitution, right? That's the oldest career. It's entertainment and enjoyment. Men said, before I even learn about what the fuck fire is, can I show you something? But men said, before I even figure out how to feed myself, can you lift up your leaf shirt? Can you lift up your blouse and show me your bosom? Okay, that just lets you know before they even figured out how important water was, they was trying to get some ass. Entertainment is always a people-centered industry, and God damn it, they gonna pay for it. Okay, recession times and all that shit ain't got nothing to do with sex workers, okay? Every now and again, when I do career coaching for sex workers, it's literally because they tired. And I'm not saying the coochie tired. That's not it. They just tired. They be like, girl, John, Jones, it's all the same to me. Girl, I'm just tired of this. I want something exciting. I didn't seen it all. Literally, girl. Not only is it dangerous, I'm not talking about that end. Of course, they leave for that portion. The people that stay in it, right, and they make long-term careers because that's their body and their choice, when they're ready to retire, right, those that want to retire, it's usually from, I'm ready to do something different, right? This is it. Entertainment is a people-first industry. Now, y'all gonna be thinking I'm lying. Oh, admin saying you cherry picked those roles. No, I didn't. You can look at any of those roles. You can search them yourself. Entertainment is not a tech-driven industry. Did I say they don't use tech? No, that's not what I said. What I said is that if it comes to people, emotional, intelligent, and things like that, they're not going to be the ones that say, let's make an AI agent for that. Travel agents will tell you that they're still being used. Okay? Okay, Sarah said we're in a recession and they still got that Brandy and Monica tour going up. Same thing with Chris Brown, old wife beating ass. Like that's the thing. We be faced with domestic violence. We be saying that we're here for women. And then we be like, Chris Brown in town. Okay? Okay. Chris Brown is in town and it's going down. Y'all be buying Fenty makeup and wearing it to the Chris Brown concert. I know your kind. I'm your kind. I'm not going to his concert, but I know my people. Okay, I know my people. Okay, OnlyFans. Mashara said, as inflation rises and people struggle to afford groceries, do you feel jobs in hospitality will be lost? No, Mashara, because people spend money foolishly and people like to, this will be, Mashara, that's like when we say, okay, just because a nigga is poor in the hood, doesn't mean that he should buy his sons, books for Christmas. His son still deserves Jordans, right? We still deserve a movie. We believe that entertainment is about reserving human dignity. And so even when recessions and struggles and shit hit, a part of maintaining your human dignity is your right to have enjoyment. And so even if it's just a little bit, it does give a mental reprieve. It gives you a relaxation. So no matter how tough stuff get, I'm trying to tell y'all, if you think that during the Great Depression that sex workers were out of business, you are fooling yourself. Okay? You need to go watch Pirates of the Caribbean and the rest of that shit. Right? No matter what's going on, people pay for entertainment. They want a break from their reality, and entertainment provides that. So it's actually projecting. Remember, these reports came out in 2024. We were already in inflation and recession, and they were already projecting doublings, right? Taylor Swift is still, that little white piece of chicken, still doing what she's doing, right? Number 2, what roles would you suggest for people who want to creatively design experience instead of managing a vision that was already designed? Mashara, I would first need to know where your expertise lie, who the people are, what type of experience you'll design. What do you mean by design? Do you mean an event? Do you mean a one-time event? Are you saying that you want like a membership, a community space? So I would need to do career coaching with you. Vegas every weekend. Okay. It's the comfort food, right? That's like saying, well, I can't say that. Well, I'm going to say it. That's like saying, excusing of whatever illness is going on. And I can say this because I used to be a fat person. That's like saying that fat people ain't poor. Yeah, you could be fat and poor. I can still afford an Oreo. What the fuck going on around here? Right? That's like saying you can't be fat and poor. That because you're fat, you're only eating, just leaves and shit, so you should get skinny. No. Fat people deserve Oreos. Shit, leave them alone. Yes. Oh, my mama said it better. People reward themselves even during times of struggle. So maybe that way that, nobody will say that I'm being mean or something. Okay. Sayla, you so silly. I really thought. That's my best example. I be having the worst ones. Lord have mercy. Y'all, I swear. I swear. Y'all want to know who's going to stay paid? My attorney. Lord knows how she be sifting through the bullshit I say. Lord have mercy. I don't know how she do it. Okay. But, I will be needing a PR team pretty soon. I will see. I can't wait till I make it big and I need me a PR team. Because when I need a PR team, whoever that lady gonna be, that bee is gonna be a well-paid bee. She gonna have years of polarizing comments to get through. Years of it. Jesus. She'll be like, and Amundsen, there was a time to where you said that fat people should afford Oreos. We need to kind of craft a statement around that. Let's discuss how you are advocating for fatness and veganism, and that we shouldn't judge fat people and think that they're not vegans. Let's go with that angle. I'm gonna have some shit, and I'll let y'all know ahead of time. There'll be a sign. There'll be a sign when y'all know I'm just speaking for PR and PR only. It'll be a sign, okay? I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something with the background. I'm gonna put up a sign, let y'all know this is for PR purposes, okay? I'm gonna have to be keeping real with my niggas, because I definitely will be getting into some trouble. Okay, I'm gonna have to spend down with y'all. So I'm definitely gonna have to go back to the veganism portion of that. Y'all know? Because Lord knows. I was talking with the JWs last week. Well, I'll be on some shit. Okay. Now, another tourism event, Formula One, is in Vegas this week. That's okay. So just a little bit of dating advice. For y'all that's looking for y'all still practicing hypergamy. I practice autonomy, but if you want to practice hypergamy, you need to go to that Formula One event and just, when you practicing hypergamy, you're trying to practice sex work. You're taking a book out the sex work community. So just join your fellow sex workers and go on down there and go get you a John in Formula One so he can, show you Formula 2. Right? Okay. Just letting y'all know that was just a little piece of advice, if you're into that type of thing. Okay. All right. Our Black Friday sale starts on Friday. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. So happy holidays to you guys. Black Friday sale starts on Friday. The sale, I believe, don't quote me if I'm wrong, but I believe the sale is across all the services and packages, and the packages come with free stuff too. So the services are going to be on sale, but if you get a package, you'll get that plus additional stuff. So that starts on Friday. Ricky, but tell Esther. Okay. That starts on Friday. What else? If you're looking to be in this industry, make sure that you guys are doing the post. Make sure that when you talk to your career coach, you mention it. But we're going to be putting your resumes over there anyway. We have a blog winner. I reached out to the bees that were supposed to be on the live tonight so that I can show you guys how we can move them in real time, but they're not here. So what I want to do before we leave is I want to ask you guys, what do you guys think about us adding Fridays to the schedule? I'm thinking Friday or Thursdays. And on Thursdays or Fridays, I will keep this link open, and then people can come up with their resume, and I could kind of do like a continuous live showing you what careers can be moved. And we add one more live day to the calendar, but more so from the back end to where you guys can see how different services are done. So not this week because we're doing all Black Friday stuff, but starting in December, and this will be a new practice for us, is that we'll do services live. We'll have some people who show you what our LinkedIn service looked like, our resume review, our career coaching. I'm going to do interview prep. We'll have Mama B come up. We'll have Abby Michelle come up, and we can start doing some live practice. Now, the issue is when I do the free stuff, y'all niggas never show up, right? Like when I told y'all to sign up your sons and daughters for free resume reviews, and I had 20 slots, but only 4 showed up. So what way can I keep y'all accountable to where y'all not wasting my time? Because I got a life too. I got a son. Okay. He ain't worth shit. You see, he just walk out with his balls out, but I got a son. And y'all not going to keep a mother away from her child. So what are we going to do to keep each other accountable, and I don't just show up waiting for y'all to do a resume or something like that? People are joining in, and then y'all not showing up. So how are we doing this? What are we going to do? What are we going to do to make sure that y'all show up when y'all say y'all going to show up? Because as a single dog mom, I refuse to let y'all put that narrative on me, and I'm going to take care of my son. Now, I'm not going to charge because I do think it's important to provide free services for those of us who can afford it. And also for my pinky up Negroes who are like, well, I don't know what they be doing behind the Zoom anyway. This is going to be a little bit of both. Keisha, just rock out. Okay. Just this. Yeah, that's it. That's all he good for. Okay. He off work. Thursdays. I'm thinking Thursdays. Carla, you see, Carla, at least you honest. Carla, like, girl, I already know I ain't gonna show up. Hi, Joy boy. They say hi. Hi, Joy. They say hi, Joy. Hi, Joy. That's all you get from him. Hey, baby. That's all he got for you, girl. That's all he got. He got a little whack. Okay, that's all he got for y'all. Saw that? Just lazy, just like a man. Okay. That's all he got for y'all. Okay. So we gonna see. I should hold y'all accountable, but we'll see. Well, we are definitely gonna start doing those. Now, make sure you scan here. Make sure you're on the newsletter because y'all know Black Friday for Black on the Job is we keep the sale until the calendar is booked up. So if the calendar gets booked up, the sale stops. 1 year, the calendar got booked up in 2 hours. So because of that, we give it to our wait list first. Okay. So you want to make sure you're on the newsletter. So make sure you click right there where it says hi. Okay. Lana, you would think. Okay. Oh, there needs to be more reminders leading up to it. There may need to be. Yeah, Kiana. But that's the thing, Kiana. I feel like if I'm giving you a $250, $150, $100 service for free, why the fuck do I need to remind you? You should be reminding me. But see, maybe that's my problem. Maybe that's my problem. And Kiana, I receive it. But for me, I feel like shit. Girl, I'm front and center, baby. The sale starts at midnight. The sale starts at midnight. Now, I do have a bee that won from our blogs, and that's crazy because, again, Mama B, can you put in the comments who won the blogs? I do have a bee that won the blogs, and because she's the winner of the blogs, she did, what did she win? She won career coaching with me. Okay. We'll take a vote. We'll take a vote. Okay. And I'll make a post on it. All right. Let me take my little Joy boy for his little walk. Make sure y'all sign up for y'all services. Hopefully, you guys learned a lot today. Now, y'all stop doing what y'all supposed to be doing. Y'all supposed to be on Instagram, liking or commenting. Stop treating me like a one-night stand. And y'all supposed to at least visit the blogs once. You guys have 2 responsibilities for these free lives, and I hold you accountable to it. You need to go on Instagram and like or comment, right? I need at least 3 likes, 3 comments, and you need to comment on one of the blogs. That's important because we don't, I spend the bulk of our revenue and training and development certifications and things like that for the team so that they're well nuanced and things like that. I have 2 people on the team. One of them actually went to that conference for tourism. That cost about $3,000, but we needed that information. We spent a lot of money on getting insight and stuff so that we can serve you guys better. That's where we use community funding. So we are not the company that uses community funding to like build all this fancy shit. So we're not buying ads, we don't buy advertisement, and we don't buy marketing. What I expect and what my standard is that if I poured into you, you can do one thing for the team, for the B team, right? We're here on Wednesdays for free. I'm sure you learned a lot today. You need to go on the Instagram and you need to go on the website. Comment on a blog, comment on an Instagram post. If you don't have Instagram, comment on 2 blogs. Okay? Instagram is Black on the Job. The website is Black on the Job. So if you don't got Instagram, I should see your ass super active on the blogs. Thank you, Shisha. Shisha says she forget about Instagram unless it's mentioned on the blogs. Thank you, Shishi Mac. Okay? So I need for you guys to do the 2 things. You can find this. It's super easy. Mashara Winston. Okay, Mashara Winston, are you here? You want free career coaching with me? Ooh, Cheryl, shh. Because yes, there is a planner. Let me put her name here so I remember. Mashara Winston. Mashara, I like that. Mashara Winston. Okay, y'all. All right. And I think I have some concert tickets I'll be giving out at the end of December because I won't be able to make it. right, y'all. I wish you guys lots of love, joy, and honey. Mashara, there you go. Okay, Mashara, inbox me right now. Congratulations. You want free career coaching. She commented. She commented twice. Yes, Cheryl. Cheryl, make sure you inbox me. We're supposed to be having a conversation. Okay. All right. I hope you guys learned a lot. If you did, please go comment. As I said, you guys have blogs and Instagram. It will take you less than 5 minutes. Okay. Bye, Makiba. Bashar, I got you. Inbox me on Facebook.